Good shit, man.
Good evening, guys. LocsNLoad Reviews here today. Wagunda. Good evening, guys. How you doing? Well, guys, today I have a very happy video and a special video. This is on so far my favorite optic that I own. Yes, I said it. My favorite optic that I own. Full disclosure, this optic was sent to me by Primary Arms for test and evaluation, and I do get to keep it. So no, I didn't pay for it. It was sent to me, just so you guys know, but yet I'm still going to give a unbiased review because I'm not getting paid for it. They were just kind enough to send the optic. But like I said, this is my favorite optic so far, so this is going to be a very good review for the Primary Arms optic. Now what this is, as you guys can see before I start, rifle is unloaded and nothing in the chamber, so relax. All right, so what we have here is a 1X prism scope by Primary Arms. And what this is like it says a 1X, so it's used for close-up CQB type distances. It's supposed to basically be like a red dot, but without the dot and with some added bonuses that I like over a red dot. So what I'm gonna do, since I already did the intro on this optic, I'm gonna read off the box some of the features of the optic, and then I'm gonna go through it, like show you guys what the reticle looks like, some of the settings on here, and then what I'm gonna do is talk about my pros and cons and what I do and don't like.
All right, shooter ready?
Ready.
That was 7, but it was 0.68, so 0.56 was your 6-shot time. What are you doing? What are you doing? What? Shooter ready?
Ready.
It was only 5.
Damn it, leave me alone.
Shooter ready?
Ready.
0.39, there you go, nice, speeding up. Ready?
Yep.
0.45. 0.58. 0.58 again. 5.13 with the transition.
All right, so what we have here, guys, is the 1X compact prism scope. As you can see, it is a ACS reticle. You got the horseshoe with your dang, I can't remember the word for it, but you got your arrow right there, and what it is supposed to be for like an infinity, so it's supposed to be more accurate than like a 1 MOA or 2 MOA dot. So because you got that little point there, so you get more precise shots. Then you have your bullet drop compensators down here. As you can see, the BDC is compatible with 223, 308, and 7.62 by 39 and 300 blackout. So for all the major rifle calibers out there, this is gonna be compatible with. And you see this smart alternate to red dot size, which I believe I like this more than red dot size, and I'm gonna get into it why. It's got an etched reticle in there, so the reticle is always there. It's not gonna go out even if the battery dies. One of the bonuses of a prism scope over a red dot. And then you can move the mounts to get different optic heights if you want. More, and right here. So you have a 1X magnification. It says 1X, but it's a little bit magnified more than 1X because with these prism scopes, they're not true 1X, but we'll get in that later. You see objective lens 20 millimeter, 3.7 inch eye of leaf. I'm not going to read everything on here. You guys can look at it, freeze the screen if you want to. It's made of 6061 aluminum, so it's sturdy. It's not going to break on you as easily. It uses a 2032 battery. The reticle illuminates, as you can see. Fast focus eyepiece, that is very true. One of the pros of this optic is that it just pops right up to your eye and it's just right there. Waterproof, fog proof, that is true. All the shooting I've done with it, it has remained waterproof, fog resistant. Everything it says, you got fully multicolored lenses, nitrogen purged. I'm not an expert, so I don't necessarily know what all that means. You got the lens covers, which I usually leave down. And one of the best parts, lifetime warranty. All right, guys, so that is the specs of the Prism scope. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it off here. Oops. And we're gonna take a look at this reticle if we can. I'm taking this rear lens scope off because what it has right here, this is what you call a diopter. So for people with, no, everyone has different eyes. So some people's eyes adjust differently than others. So what this diopter is for, it allows you to adjust to your eye to where the reticle is clear and you can see it precisely. We'll see if I can get it to show here. Right there. So you can see the reticle. And I'm gonna illuminate it. Focus. All right, so the camera doesn't want to focus on the reticle, y'all, like it was earlier. I don't know. But anyway, you see the reticle illuminates, it gets very bright, and it has these in-between features right here, as you see between the 6 and the 5, that allows you to turn off the illuminated reticle when you don't need it, and then you can quickly right back to your setting. You can see the red. It's not gonna focus. I don't know why. It's not want to work with me today. So it has that feature, which I find very beneficial because I can quickly get to my illuminate reticle setting if I want to. And then when I don't need it, I can turn it off like now. So it's off. Yep. All right, so all my testing, I put it on several different rifle platforms. As you can see, it's got some dirt in there. That's from, I think, Texas. It's got some other, it's beat up. The cord is missing. Well, I cut that off because it got stuck. But as you see, it's scratched up. I've been using this optic, ruggedly. I want to test the durability to see if it's going to fail. And so far, it hasn't. This has been a pretty tough optic. And like I said, guys, one of my favorite optics, and that's for that reason. I like the reticle. I like the illumination setting. I like that it's a prism scope and it has an etched reticle, so if the battery dies in here, which it does have a battery for the illuminated reticle, even if that dies, I can still use my reticle because it's etched in here and it won't go away like a red dot will. So that's another added benefit. It has a diopter, so I can adjust it to my eye, and it's very clear and it's very crisp, and the glass on here is very, very nice, especially for the price point that you're getting with this. Durability, reliability is there. I haven't had any issues with it. And if you look on the internet, I think this became a duty optic for a California police department. So the Cyclops is good to go for you civilians out there. All right, Locs and Load. You talked about the optic. You gave us the specs. You said this and that. Now, we want to hear your pros and cons. The pros on it, you have a wide field of view. You get to really see a lot through this optic, a lot more than you would with a red dot. 2, etched reticle, so it's always going to be there. It won't go out on me. It's a durable, made of solid aluminum, so it's not going to break. So that's good. I don't know if I think I mentioned diopter, but I like the in-between settings on here. So that lets me be able to keep my battery off and save it, and then quickly switch to it when I absolutely need it. The eye relief on here isn't too bad. I do have to kind of keep it further to the rear, almost like an ACOG, but besides that, I do have more eye relief with this than I do with an ACOG scope. So that's good on that. The glass is very, very clear, a lot clearer than any red dot that I really own right now. So I cannot complain about the clarity of the glass, even though the camera doesn't want to work with me and pick it up. All that. Okay, LocsNLoad. What are the cons? Um, well, for the most part, there really aren't any cons. Like I said, it was my favorite optic, but I can't really say it's a con, but when I do use this optic, that field of view is very wide. So any kind of like stuff you have in the way, like a front sight or like a light, is really gonna kind of get in the way of this optic. As you can see, it's not on a lower 1/3 mount, so you really cannot run any kind of front sight or 12 o'clock light post on your firearm because it's really going to get in the way and you're not going to be able to see your reticle as clear. So to solve that, since I did want to keep the light at the 12 o'clock position and keep a front and rear sight just in case, I did go out and get a Monstrum mount from Amazon. And so what this does is allow me to put my optic on a mount, and at this height, one is not too tall, well, for like my neck or anything, but it does allow me to clear my light and my front sight even though I run it down. So I can still see my reticle very clearly. It's almost like a lower 1/3 co-witness or such with that light in the way. I can see it, but it's at the bottom of my scope and clear of the reticle, so I don't really mind it. The only downside of this mount is that these iron sights are basically useless. It's like I can't, you see how tall the optic is, so I can't even really witness my sights. So I've been kind of thinking about just taking my iron sights off since they're basically useless on this setup and with the mount on here and the optic being so high. But that being said, I do like how the optic sits up and is easier on my neck when I'm shooting, and at the same time I can keep my 12 o'clock light position, which I really like. Besides that, that's the only downside to this optic that I really see. Again, you know, it's on my 11.5. You guys have seen this firearm since like almost like near the start of my channel, and if it's on here, that means I really like it, and it's on here, which means I really like it. So guys, I have no qualms about recommending this ACSS 1X Prism scope to you guys. I highly recommend you guys check these out. Prism scopes are pretty cool. This is the first prism scope I really had a chance to use, and I am all aboard the prism scope train. I love the etch reticle. When I'm going to shoot fast and I'm doing like up drills or whatnot, this reticle is just there. When I use red dot, sometimes there's like that little blur or trail of the red dot, especially if you're transitioning or whatnot. And with this etched reticle, that blur is not there. Like I just bring my rifle up and that reticle is just there every time. I have a wide field of view, so I can see the reticle, I can see the target, I can see around the target, and it's just wonderful. It is absolutely wonderful to use this thing up close, CQB distances, and just have that amazing wide field of view and a 1X, so it's not just taking up the whole optic. You can see a lot with it, and it's pretty cool. Like you can actually see your thumb on the rail when you're using this because the field of view is just so wide. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, this is my favorite optic out there that I own. I'm not saying it's the best in the world. I'm just saying the best I own. And you know, I have Sig Romeo 5s, and I got what else? Vortex Strike Fires, and I've had other red dots, but this is the bee's knees. No lie. So guys, check out Primary Arms. I'm gonna have to link it to my website. So you guys have to go to my website to get linked to Primary Arms, because YouTube does not like guns. They don't like freedom. I think they're communists, but you know, it's their platform, so we gotta play by their rules. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you learned something, and hopefully it was pretty cool and wasn't too boring for you. But anyway, thank you for watching the video. Please like, comment, subscribe. Check out the website. I sell t-shirts. I have affiliate links. I now have an Amazon store, so certain products that I use, you see in my video, link to my Amazon store, so you can go and get those products, or they be recommended products that I think you guys should check out. So all those help support the channel. I also have a Patreon if you guys want to donate $1 a month to the channel, help support the channel. I highly recommend you guys do that. And on top of that, please be safe. Oh yeah, t-shirts, selling t-shirts on Amazon. There's a sale. If you use the code below, holiday20, you save 20% off on all the shirts on all my in the store. So make sure you use that. On top of that, guys, please be safe. LocsNLoad out. Wakanda.